Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Elora and I love all things bling, Victoria's Secret, shopping, anything pink, you name it. So if you really like that, please subscribe and like this video. So the reason why I'm making this video is because I felt inspired to bling these beautiful pair of Victoria's Secret very sexy panties. And what I want to do is I kind of just want to, kind of like make the bling kind of like spread out, if that makes sense. So from the corners of the panties, I want them kind of like clustered bling, and then as they get declustered, I don't know if that makes sense, they start to spread out. This is my first time blinking specifically fabric, so if you want to see the ending results, then keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going to be using is this paper plate, and I'm going to put this actually in between the panties so that any glue or any of the hot fix won't go through the panty, and it'll keep the surface safe. Of course, we need gems, so these ones are specifically hot fix rhinestones, and we're going to be using the clear ones because of course we want it to match the panty. And the sizes that we're actually going to be using are the size S20, the size S16, and the size S10. So far I'm using 3 sizes, but later on in the video I am going to be using a 4th size, which is a size SS6. Next, I'm going to be using these little containers just to pour my little rhinestones in. For our glue, we're going to be using the E6000 glue. As far as I know, it's actually like the best selling. It's very versatile for almost anything. You can find this on, I believe, Amazon, and you can definitely find it at Walmart because that's where I bought it. The tool I like to use when picking up stones is actually this really nice gel pencil, and I prefer this over the white pencil that you usually get at Amazon. The gel just really picks them up nice, like easier. And this is the Hot Fix rhinestone applicator that I'm going to be using. I already screwed on the size, and the first size I'm going to be using is the biggest, which is the SS20 size. Now I'm going to be pouring my rhinestones into the little containers. I'm going to be pouring the S21 in the circle container, and then the size 16 in the triangle container. Right here, I'm just brainstorming on where I want to put my gems on the panty. This is just kind of like my game plan, and then just for me to visualize where I want to glue them. Now I'm starting to apply the E6000 glue, and I'm starting at the very corners, and the first gems I'm going to be using is the biggest ones, which is the size SS20, and I'm going to start making them look all clustered on the corners of the panties. Now I'm starting to use the Hot Fix applicator, and this is where I messed up because this is actually my first time using a Hot Fix applicator, and the reason why I messed up is because I was applying too much pressure on the rhinestones, and I left the hotfix applicator on the rhinestones for too long. I thought that leaving them on for at least 5 to 6 seconds would be good, but apparently that was actually just too long. Just lesson learned that, you know, when using the hotfix applicator, I actually like to apply the applicator onto the gem as lightly and gently as possible and just leave it on top of the stone for 3 seconds. Now I'm switching over to the size SS16 gems, and then the same thing as before, I'm just planting them on the panty just to get an idea of how I want them to look like. And then where I planted them is where I'm putting the glue. And then right here, I'm just doing the exact same thing. Right here, I'm turning off the applicator because I need it to cool down in order to switch sizes. So I'm going to be switching the size applicator to size SS16, which is the second smallest stone. Now that the applicator has cooled down, now I'm making that switch. I am taking out the S20 and switching it over to the S16. And then I'm also dumping a little bit of those size S10s on just on the side of the desk, just because I didn't have an extra container for the third size. Now that my applicator is heated back up, now I'm going to be hot fixing the size 16 stones. And then right here, I'm just looking at the overall work. I'm looking at the corners and how they're being spread over the panties. I still feel like the corners are still too cluttered and clustered. They just don't blend with the rest of the stones. So in order for them to get that ombre kind of blendy look, I'm adding a little bit more so that I can spread that cluster and make it look like the gems are actually like spreading out across the panty. So this is the part where I'm all like, okay, I think I need another size. So this is where I start pulling out the S6 rhinestones, but these rhinestones are not hot fix, so I can only rely on the glue for them to stay on. Right here, I'm turning off the applicator again so that it can cool down and I can make that switch into the SS10 now. I'm starting to apply those tiny SS6 stones, and it honestly did make a bit of a help. It actually made it look way better. So 4 sizes is what I needed all along. Right here I grabbed some tweezers so that I can start peeling off the ugly glue stains. And then once again, my applicator was cool enough for me to make that switch into the SS10. And then I also grabbed this really harsh bristle brush, and this will help take off that excess glue as well. Right here, I'm just getting a little bit up close and personal so that I can see where there's any leftover glue residue. And here's the overall finished look. I'm honestly not mad at it. I think it looks really cute. Of course, you have to let it sit out for 24 hours. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave any comments for any other video ideas that you may have. And I'll see you on the next one. Alright then, bye.